We went into the community to find someone who liked surfing, and I will be interviewing him to find out what the more experienced surfers think about the different types of boards. Hello there, surfer. What's your name?
Hey, my name's Chad, but you can call me Dude.
Okay, dude.
What's up?
So, we know that there are 3 types of surfboards that were commonly used. The Olo.
Olo, yeah, that's cool.
The Kiko'o.
Kiko'o, yeah.
And the Alila.
Alila, she's pretty, yeah. I like her.
The Olo surfboard is a thick board that can reach up to 20 feet long. We hear that this board is good for waves that swell and rush towards shore, but not for waves that rise up and curl over. Is this because of how long it is?
Yeah, I like to surf. Yeah, it's cool.
I'll take that as a yes. The other board, the Kiko'o, is a thick board that thins out towards the edges, ranging from about 12 to 18 feet long, and works for waves that break roughly. Would you say that its large size, makes it sturdy?
Yeah, I like to surf. It's good. Riding the waves, going down, getting the barrels,
Last but not
waves
least,
are good.
we have the Alila.
Lila, she's pretty, yeah. I like her.
Which is roughly 9 feet long, wide in front, and it thins out in back. The more experienced surfers use this board because it can be turned easier, making it more difficult for beginning surfers. That can make these boards dangerous for beginners if they can't handle big swells, didn't you say?
Oh, I like to surf, yeah, it's cool.
Here's a man holding an Olo board. Isn't that thing huge? And pictures of a Kiko'o board, or 3 Kiko'o boards, and a Alaya board. Thank you for coming, dude.
Yeah, no problem. I always wanted this.
So, Catherine, I heard you had quite an interview with some surfer. Is that right?
Yeah, his name was Dude.
Dude?
Yeah,
Wait, he was a dude or his name was
No,
Dude?
both. I think his birth name was Chad, but
Chad, that's original.
his friends call him
Very original.
Dude, so he wanted me to call him Dude.
Dude?
He
Okay,
was
whatever.
a very intelligent man.
Okay, well, anyway.
Searched for a living. He dug his ear and wiped on my pants.
Oh, well, the decline of surfing came with the onset of contact with the West in 1778. The abolition of the kapu system around 1819 also played a big role in surfing's decline. The Makahiki Festival, as well as surfboard construction sites, sports gods, and surf chants were also removed or banished. Surfing was then stripped of much of its cultural uniqueness, and activities that involved surfing died.
In 1892, anthropologist Nathaniel B. Emerson said, "Today it is hard to find a surfboard outside our museums and private collections." Surfing nearly became extinct. He'inalu had disappeared in most places, but Waikiki was one of the few places still practicing the pastime, mainly because most Hawaiians in Hawaii lived in that area. However, it was still an insignificant part of their culture. In the early 1900s, the sport was truly revived, but the large Olo boards were not made, and the Alila boards did not match the pristine boards of old. Local haoles tried their hand at surfing, and slowly, interest in the sport of He'inalu was renewed. In 1906, a hotel even advertised surfing as one of their activities for its guests, boosting He'inalu's popularity in the world. Beach Boys significantly helped in the revival of surfing.
The first Beach Boys unknown but probably appeared in Waikiki around 1901.
A few of the most well-known Beach Boys are Duke Hanamoku, George Downing, Wally Froyseth, Joseph Scooter Boy Kaupuiki, William Chick Daniels, and George Freeth.
They were mostly Hawaiians and part Hawaiians.
I read somewhere, Philip, that Joseph Scooter Boy Kaupuiki would go out on a wave with a chair and ukulele and ride in on the wave, sitting on the chair and playing the ukulele at the same time. Isn't that amazing?
Wait, so let me get this straight. He's on the wave, surfing like this, and
sitting on a chair, surfing into shore.
Well, that's pretty amazing. I'm sure that helped boost its popularity in the world, right?
It did. Actually, the Beach Boys were known not so much for surfing big waves, but surfing the smaller waves and doing tricks such as the one Scooter Boy did, as well as holding girls above their head or over their shoulder, and surfing on their head, standing on their head.
On their head like a handstand?
Like
a headstand?
Like a headstand, yeah.
That's pretty...
Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing. Well...
I know, right? In 1907, George Freeth was invited to California to demonstrate the art of surfing. As a result, he became known as the first surfer in the United States.
Also in 1907, Alexander Hume Ford took it upon himself to help revive surfing by organizing a club called the Outrigger Canoe Club, whose sole purpose was to preserve surfing and canoe riding. The club offered a shack for people to store their boards at the beach, giving those who lived far away a chance to participate in the sport.
In 1911, the Hui Nalu, or Club of the Waves, formed to promote surfing among the Hawaiians. One of its founders was Duke Hanamoku. This was a venue that aided in Hawaiians regaining their place on the beach. As time passed, He'enalu began to restore its status as a significant part of Hawaii. I also read, Philip, that the Outrigger Canoe Club had, I think, a $5 membership fee, and the members were mostly haole, which I guess posed a problem back then because it was like a segregation thing. So actually, Duke Hanamoku came up with this Hui Nalu Club, which got more Hawaiians involved in surfing, and there was a $1 membership fee for the whole year. And what this club did was basically teach little kids how to surf who were brave enough to get out on the water, and they kept them grounded, where instead of going out and making trouble, they'd go surfing with Duke and the other Beach Boys. So it was kind of like a Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah,
but
Boys and Girls Club of the early 1900s,
yeah.
I'd say. Well, a surfing Boys and Girls Club. That sounds good. Well, in 1915, Duke Hanamoku took surfing to Australia, and a year later became the first man to surf on both the east and west coasts of the United States.
In 1954, Waikiki waterman Wally Frosteth organized the Makaha Surfing Championships, which soon became one of the world's top big wave surfing events.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us. That's our story on He'enalu. Thank you for watching.